Hello everyone, this is Fine from Awesome Tech Gaming Pro. I hope you all are well. Today I'm going to talk about the three different brand of TV. The left side Samsung S90F QD-OLED panel type TV. Middle Sony Bravia 8 which is white OLED, WOLED, and the right side LG C5 WOLED.
If you are new in my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications and upcoming videos. I have another channel named Tech Gaming Villa where I upload similar kind of tech videos like TV comparison, sound system, home theater. You can check and subscribe.
When it comes to the most exciting TV battle of 2025, three names dominate the conversation, and those are the Samsung S90F, the Sony Bravia 8, and the LG C5. Three incredible OLED televisions that represent the best of what each company has to offer. And today we are going to do a deep and detailed comparison between them so you can decide which one is truly worth your money depending on your personal needs, whether it's movie, sports, gaming, or everyday entertainment. Now let's begin by talking about the design, because this is the first impression that most people get when they walk into a showroom or unbox their new TV. And while all three of these OLEDs are impressively premium, they each have their own distinct approach. Samsung's S90F embraces a futuristic design philosophy with razor-thin bezels, a sleek metallic frame, and an ultra-modern central stand that makes it look like a piece of high-end technology in your living room. While Sony's Bravia 8 is classic Sony elegance, with its minimalist yet sturdy construction, premium brushed metal, and a versatile stand that allows for easy placement of a soundbar underneath without blocking the screen. And there we have the LG C5, which continues LG's tradition of having one of the slimmest panels on the market, almost blending into the wall when wall-mounted, giving you that floating picture frame effect that interior design enthusiasts love so much. Moving from design to display technology, this is where the real drama begins, because Samsung has gone all in on its QD-OLED technology for the S90F, and this gives it an immediate advantage in terms of brightness and color volume, making it one of the brightest OLEDs on the market with stunning HDR punch that works incredibly well even in rooms with a lot of ambient light, something traditional OLEDs historically struggled with. On the other hand, Sony's Bravia 8 still relies on a WOLED panel sourced from LG display, but don't underestimate it, because Sony couples it with their world-class XR cognitive processor, and that processing makes a world of difference in how natural, lifelike, and cinematic the image looks, with motion handling that is second to none, which means if you watch a lot of fast-moving sports, action movies, or even play racing games, the Bravia 8 is going to feel silky smooth and incredibly real. LG C5 sits somewhere between the two, featuring LG's latest generation OLED Evo panel, which has improved brightness over the previous C-series models, much better burn-in resistance, and color accuracy that brings it much closer to Samsung's QD-OLED while still retaining LG's strong history of Dolby vision support, something that Samsung continues to ignore. And that brings us directly to HDR performance. The Samsung S90F supports HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and HLG, but not Dolby Vision, which is used by major streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, and Apple TV Plus. Meaning, even though Samsung offers the brightest HDR highlights and incredible QD-OLED color performance, you don't get the same Dolby Vision experience that Sony Bravia 8 and LG C5 provide. And for some home cinema enthusiasts, that is a huge deciding factor. Sony's Bravia 8 shines here with Dolby Vision performance that looks incredibly cinematic, hand-free XR processing that fine-tunes brightness, shadow detail, and color mapping, while LG C5 also does an excellent job with Dolby Vision and Dolby Vision IQ, automatically adjusting HDR performance based on your room's lighting conditions. Now let's talk gaming, because this is another huge reason people buy OLEDs today. And here Samsung and LG pull ahead quite significantly. The Samsung S90F offers 4 HDMI 2.1 ports with support for 4K at 144Hz, VRR, ALLM, and even FreeSync Premium Pro Class, an incredibly handy game bar interface that lets you tweak settings in real time, making it a gamer's dream. The LG C5 matches this with 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, QWERTY at 144Hz, support for both G-Sync and FreeSync, and ultra-low input lag, which is why LG's C-Series has long been considered the best gaming TV line. Sony's Bravia 8, while still solid, only provides 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, which can be restrictive if you own both a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and maybe even a gaming PC. And while it supports 4K at 120Hz and VRR, it doesn't push to 144Hz like Samsung and LG do. On the south side, each of these TVs takes a different approach. Samsung S90F uses object tracking sound, which attempts to follow the action on the screen by adjusting audio channels, and it works especially well when paired with Samsung soundbars using Q-Symphony for an even bigger sound stage. Sony Bravia 8 features its unique acoustic surface audio plus technology, where the screen itself vibrates to produce sound, creating the illusion that dialogue and sound effects are coming directly from the actors and objects on screen. And honestly, it's one of the most immersive built-in audio systems available on any TV. LG C5 offers Dolby Atmos pass-through and AI Sound Pro, which uses processing to virtualize surround sound. And while not as impressive as Sony's string speaker system, it does a good job for everyone. It does a good job for everyday viewing and shines when paired with an LG soundbar. Now, when it comes to smart platforms, Samsung runs Tizen operating system, which is smooth, responsive, and paired with apps, including Samsung's One TV Plus 3-channel service. Though some people find it cluttered, LG uses web operating system, which is intuitive and fun to use with its magic remote that lets you point and click like a mouse, and it remains one of the most user-friendly TV platforms on the market. Sony uses Google TV, which many consider the most complete smart platform, offering not just all the apps you could ever want, but also Chromecast built-in, deep integration with Google Assistant, and compatibility with smart homes. Pricing and value are the final big factors here. Typically, the LG C5 is the most affordable of the three, offering an incredible balance of Dolby Vision support, strong gaming performance, and great picture quality at a price that makes it hard to beat. The Samsung S90F usually sits in the middle, priced above LG but below Sony. And while it lacks Dolby Vision, it compensates with higher brightness, QD-OLED punchy colors, and top-tab gaming features. The Sony Bravia 8, meanwhile, is the priciest of the bunch, often hundreds more than Samsung and LG, but what you get in return is Sony's unmatched processing, Dolby Vision performance, and the most cinematic picture quality available today. So the million-dollar question, which one should you buy? If you're a gamer who wants the brightest OLED, the most advanced gaming features, and you don't care about Dolby Vision, the Samsung S90F is your pick. If you're a movie lover who wants Dolby Vision, the most natural and cinematic picture, and incredible sound right out of the box, then the Sony Bravia 8 is the one for you. If you want the best balance of features, strong Dolby Vision performance, excellent gaming, and the most reasonable price, then the LG C5 is the obvious winner. At the end of the day, all three of these TVs represent the cutting edge of OLED technology, and no matter which one you choose, you'll be getting an incredible experience. But the key is matching the TV to your lifestyle, brightness, and gaming for Samsung, cinema, and sound for Sony, and all around versatility for LG. So what's your thought about these three TV? Please write in the comments below. That's it from now.